You probably can't see this, but there's a B-52 bomber plane just gliding across the sky. Well, it is morning, November 12th, Palm Springs. I was up so late last night working in Newport Beach, but too many people, and I was just thinking, I gotta get out of here. So, got in the car, drove to Palm Springs, and found a Stonehenge style structure to camp next to. We are at Araby or Araby Trail. It got good ratings on all trails. This one. Here. I think it's like 4 miles. It's probably gonna hike it. I thought about running, but I just haven't been sleeping. And so I think just chilling out a little bit is gonna be key for my mental health and overall well-being. Wonder to sit here. I think this is going to be a solid little trail. Look at these mountains behind me. I mean, this is pretty great with the city landscape right behind. I'm glad I came out here. One thing about traveling is it can be pretty stressful because for me, you know, if I'm doing Uber, I like to make sure that my car is really clean. And it's just hard to find places to vacuum your car, to wash it, especially with the box, because you can't do the automatic car washes. You gotta do the self-serve, which don't really exist anymore. And then also finding places to do oil changes, which if you're traveling and you think you might need to do an oil change, pick up your filter beforehand. I went to a place and they're quoting me $70 for the oil filter, and they're just picking it up from O'Reilly's for the same 20 bucks that I can buy it for, but then upcharging me $50 for them to pick it up. I mean, places are just trying to like ream me for money any chance they can get, it seems. But I called them out on it. I was like, I'm gonna go buy my own filter, and that's what I did. But then I went somewhere else. All right, that's my rant on traveling and servicing. You know who is also getting on this bandwagon of just charging you more money is a lot of these parks. Just to drive into Joshua Tree is $35. Granted, it's for 7 days access, but I'm not here that long. And if it's $35, there's a year pass for $55. So you might as well just do that. I should do that if I think I'm gonna come back. But it's $35 to go into the tram. How's it going? Did you do the whole loop? Oh, just part? Oh, good. So $35 to go to the Joshua Tree, $35 to do the tram, $35 to go into Yosemite. It's like $20 to go hike some of these trails. It's just like, whatever happened to, you pay your $5 to go in? Because people who are soloing it, we're paying $35. Meanwhile, the minivan with 6 people is also paying $35. It's just kind of a shame because a lot of places I'd like to go, but if you start tallying up all these fees, it's just way too much money. Granted, it's probably better because it motivates people to carpool rather than $5 a person. Then everyone just drives themselves in, and then you get traffic in these parks. I'm just talking from my own self-interest, of course. Every day I'm trying to pull out a little bit more resiliency. Maybe just draw on the reserves just a tad. But then, you come out here and you kind of think, no matter how crappy things get, at least this is a real beautiful place that I can live, be in, explore, do these walks or runs. I think that's what really makes it manageable. And without any of this, well, I don't know if I could do it. I think that if you live in a place that you really enjoy, it doesn't really matter what your job is, as long as you can afford to live there. If I could live in a great place and work at Taco Bell, sure, I'd do it. It's not really the job, it's what you can get paid doing that job. I think that if you get paid a good wage, then you can persevere through a lot. You could probably live in a pretty crappy place for a while. But if you're gonna have a crappy job and live in a terrible location, that just seems like a double whammy. And your motivation, I don't see how it can survive. One of those two elements has to change. Either you love your work and where you live and you can afford it, or you hate your work, but maybe you just get paid a crap ton of money to do it. Like deep sea welding. I'm sure that's hard, not fun, can be miserable, cold, dangerous. But if you're adequately compensated, sure, sign me up. I think I made it to the top. Giant pile of rocks. That usually means top, right? Boy. Maybe hiker by hiker. They just stacked one rock at a time. I've been thinking about work, jobs, in general, quite a bit. I thought maybe waste management, some kind of like FedEx, UPS delivery driver, flight steward, just something in the airlines perhaps. That way you could get some more travel credits as well. But I don't know, I never hear back. Probably applied to 300 jobs last month and hear back from any of them. A few in like the education department, the halfway houses, but I don't know, like, it's rewarding work. I just don't think my character can handle it. It's a lot of negativity, and you're helping out people quite a bit, but you never see the outcome. You just get all the negative. And I've heard stories about people appreciating it when they're adults, but you never see any of the appreciation from people. So I don't know if I really want to go back into that. And the pay's not great. I think it's max of like $23 an hour typically. And it seems that if you want to live in a nice place, you gotta be closer to probably $28, $30 an hour these days. You probably need a salary of $65,000 at minimum. And that way you can rent perhaps a house and have some roommates and have some money left over. But if you're not going to make that, it's just hard to find the motivation. And then I see a lot of family members of mine that, you know, for the Christmas they're going to Japan. They take 2-3 vacations a year, you know, overseas typically. And I just wonder, like, is it ever gonna be my turn to be able to travel, to own a house? I know the answer is no, but I feel like I need to at least keep somewhat of the dream alive, that maybe I can just do some traveling. I just don't want to be stuck in America. You know, I don't want to be stuck here forced, you know. I want to be here, but I want to be able to leave and explore and experience different cultures, see how other people live. And I just don't know how to get to that goal. It's like there's no path. Some people have told me just get any job, bring your resume in. And it's like, I don't think you can just walk into businesses and drop off your resume anymore. It's all online, Indeed. And this way it's easier for them to ignore you, just to be ghosted. I think if someone brought in their resume to like any serious business, even like a waste management, they would probably just laugh at you and tear it up right when you walked out the door. That time period is gone. And so when people just tell me that, I just kind of chuckle a little bit. Maybe if you're in sales and you're trying to sell something that can really help. But even then, I think sales is probably not face-to-face anymore either. It's all email, Zoom. Not much is really face-to-face. And where you feel accountable and like responsible and just part of a business, part of a team. It's just like you're expendable. You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you watch TV. What else? What else can we do? What is there? The questions that I ponder while walking these trails. I mean, I've possibly just hit a midlife crisis and just pondering what the second half of life is gonna look like. You know, what do I need to be ready for? how miserable is it going to be, or is it going to be something that's fulfilling? I can't really complain that much about growing up. First part of my life, you know, it's pretty nice. You know, I think I've succeeded in quite a bit of stuff, you know, like, I feel like I wasn't a quitter. Competed in countless triathlons, off-road triathlon national champion, qualifying for Kona 3 times, which it's under like 5% of the world's population actually qualify for. Not too many people actually qualify. Well, I mean, of course, a lot of them do, but a lot, you know, it's like just trying to get into the lottery and just doing it 3 times. I don't know, it's kind of like a pretty good accomplishment, I think. Working at Nike, I think that's a good resume check mark. Working with at-risk teenagers, you know, challenging, but shows some resiliency there. And I think, not really sure. Just can't really give up. I mean, that's just what I gotta remember every day. Wake up and just push forward in the little things. Maybe just making a video, exercising, sending out, you know, a job resume still every day. There has to be something out there, and if not, then I'll just have to create it myself. Not saying that's easy, because when you're homeless and you're not able to get adequate sleep every night, you do lose IQ points. I feel myself getting somewhat dumber week by week. Just searching for words on these videos, and just kind of a constant level of fatigue. But I think you can make up for that also just by exercise, eating right, drinking enough water, which I don't think I do. Should have brought water with me, and I can tell I'm losing my voice as I get dehydrated. But yeah, at least there's things you can do to overcome just overall fatigue and a lack of sleep. You can't do it forever, and this isn't really sustainable. But I just have a feeling that something positive will happen soon. And I just gotta be strong, hold out, remain positive, and don't let the world change me. I can either be a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean. And when I'm thrown in boiling water, if I'm a carrot, I'll get too soft. And if I'm an egg, I'll become too hardened for the world. No more compassion. But if I'm a coffee bean and I'm thrown into the boiling water, and I make coffee, then I change the environment around me. And that was a quote. I forgot the guy who said it. He's written a couple books. He's a motivational speaker. But that kind of stuck with me. Don't let the world soften you. Don't let it harden you. And if you really want to make a difference, you have to change the environment around you. Not necessarily you adapt, but everything around you adapts. I think that's a great way to look at life. As long as you're going to try and change it for the better. if you're gonna be like Hitler, and maybe don't be a coffee bean. Find something else. Be a carrot. Well, that hike is complete. 5 miles. It's fairly exhausting. And it's 2 o'clock. I haven't eaten. I gotta eat more. You know, this whole like just eating some eggs, this ain't gonna cut it. I don't think. I gotta actually have some substance, even perhaps if it's not super healthy. There's still calories. Maybe get some carbs in my life. I don't know. Just here, surviving. One day at a time. I do have to drink some water. I do know that. My voice is so raspy. I'm embarrassed for myself right now.